The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Happy New Year!
Yay! Happy New Year!
It's 2017, bitches. Whole new freaking year.
Brand new year.
Brand new.
Did anything change for you overnight?
No. I have a new car.
Do you? That is awesome.
No. I don't have a new car. I have been lent a new car.
Okay.
An old new car.
But is it new to you?
It's new to me.
Then it works.
It's one of those, it's like a Lincoln Continental. It's like a huge bad boy. Got enough room for like 6 people in the trunk. You know, those kinds. Completely electric. Everything's digital. It's great. I feel like a very old woman driving it.
Somebody had given my mom a car, and I call it her pimp mobile because that's what it is. I call it her pimp mobile because I'm pretty sure it was used by a former pimp, but it was like state of the art, back in the day.
I got it on the 31st. That was my first day having it.
Oh, that is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's temporary until I can get my big, beautiful Bertha truck fixed. But until then, I have a car.
Really quick, everyone. I've had you stream up for quite some time, probably a good 30, 35 minutes, and it has worked perfect. And the minute the show went live, boom, my website crashed. The minute I hit start broadcast, and that was it.
Well, that hasn't changed.
So
maybe you
fuck
should
you,
try
computer.
You should try a reliable source like WWDBTV.
That's true.
That's what I posted. I think John has a zoomed in on this main camera here, doesn't it?
The main one.
Don't we look bigger?
You are.
Bigger and more bodacious.
We're bigger for 2017.
Woo!
Bam! That was my goal, bigger and better. I mean, not my ass, but...
That's true. There's only 2 of us for now, yeah.
True.
Till we can get Sierra back in here.
Yep. And then, we have some guests. We had some guests that were potentially coming tonight, but a few things changed with their schedules. So next week...
Yes.
We're gonna
I'm
have
excited
some
to meet them.
guests in,
So I actually spent my New Year's Eve with Sierra.
Did you?
Yes.
Awesome.
It was a very fun time. We, let's see, what did we do? We visited, we munched, did a lot of munching because, of course, we took into full effect the new law for Nevada, Las Vegas.
So did you guys
After midnight?
After midnight.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys, did you hotbox the kitchen?
We were in the kitchen we were in the kitchen the entire time, yes.
Well, see, that's normally at Sierra's. Everybody, the kitchen seems to be the meeting ground.
Yes.
So everybody kind of, converges in the kitchen.
Well, she has that big welcoming dinner table.
Right.
And all the different chairs in there and lots of space.
And the food. That's why I go in the kitchen.
And the coffee and the alcohol. I did take over a ton of alcohol.
Did you drink alcohol?
I did drink alcohol.
Wow.
I know. Very rare that I do that. I had a couple of pina coladas and
I'm wondering
some
why I didn't
Kahlua
get
and
any,
coffee. And
I got no titty pics or anything.
it was
I've gotten something out of
this was our exciting most exciting part of the night. We played Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, I saw that.
I never played the game before.
I saw that one post.
That game is absolutely hilarious. It is. Have you ever played?
I played once, but I lost interest pretty fast.
Oh, no. You've got to play with us, I think.
Isn't it you have to match the cards and then everybody pick which is the favorite?
Well, you pick out of your hand what matches the question.
Right.
Right. And you can go for funny or real, whichever one you choose, or absurd, whatever. The funniest person wins, and they're, of course, the most horrible person. Our friend Todd won that night, so it was a very good time. And you don't need the new 2017 free-for-all regulation to have fun at that game.
So I want to go back to
See,
this.
I don't want to say it.
Have you?
Why not? It's legal.
Yeah, I know.
And that has been the problem for all these years is nobody wants to step up and say, I smoke weed.
I will tell you, I am almost 50, right? I haven't had that for over 25 years.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So this is not something regular for you?
No, this is
So-
25 years ago.
What-
Over 25 years ago.
Let me just comment too. I feel like when I look at the other screens,
Mm-hmm.
I'm all up on you. Like I can't get enough of you.
I love it.
But the reason is we don't have the iPad tonight.
Yeah.
So we're doing the Facebook Live off my phone.
Right.
And my
But it
phone's
looks
just
great.
small, so I know, but it just looks like I'm trying to catch a feel, which I'm going to like at some point. But so it's your first time in 25 years. What method of intake did you use for
The normal method of intake.
What's the normal method?
Inhalation.
That's the word I'm looking for. Inhalation. Why are you mad at Johnny Fever now? Oh, you wanted to put me in the spot. I see what your plan was. You evil, evil woman,
Okay.
you demented
Well, she had to
woman,
suck
you.
on something.
That is true. I did have to suck on something.
Had to start out the new year sucking on something, right?
That
Two hashtags.
is awesome. So I have a belief that
Oral
whatever it is that you
gratification,
do on the first day of the year
Oh God.
is what you will continue to do for the rest of the year on a regular basis. So if
Oh my
you
God,
were
my right arm is going to be like this.
So if you happen to be on your knees sometime during the first of the year, expect that often for the rest of the year. I visited with friends and family.
So
I did some artwork. I did some social media.
Wait. Was this right after the inhalation?
No. I
Oh.
went to sleep much
Okay.
after that. Yeah.
okay, so going back to the inhalation.
Yes.
What method of inhalation did you use? Like which vehicle? Did you roll
I
your
did
merchandise?
nothing of the sort.
Did you vape your merchandise?
Other people did that for me.
Did
and
you utilize a glass
I just
utensil?
took whatever was handed to me and proceeded to inhale.
You're not going to tell me, are you?
No.
Normally you ask the hard questions.
I do. This is great being on the other side.
I love
This
it.
is not the first time this year I have been asked questions such as this. And so I told my mom, I went and visited my mom yesterday, and so I told her what we did, and she was like, "Oh, good for you." Of course, she wants to get some of her own, but she wants to get the medical stuff.
Wow.
She is waiting until she can grow her own plants because in Thailand, so my mom is Thai from Thailand, and in Thailand there are a lot of carts that go along the street. You know how the lady with the shopping cart
Yes,
honks her horn, and you
right.
can go out and get corn,
That's
or
the best lady ever.
right? So, but in Thailand, it's pretty normal for a guy or a woman to own a cart, and in it they have noodles and soups and all kinds of stuff. It's one of her favorite things. But at the bottom of every soup pan, soup pot, is, as my mom says, gancha. And that's why everybody loves eating off those carts, because you're usually stoned when you're eating Thai soup off those carts. She cannot wait until she can make soup with gancha at the bottom of the pot. So all of my friends are excited for that
Can
as well.
I just say one thing?
Oh, yeah.
Thai stick.
What's a Thai stick?
It's a type of bud that comes from Thailand.
Comes from Thailand.
Okay. Was this the type of bud that you might have inhaled?
I have no idea what it was I inhaled. I know it was damn good.
If I had, in the same scenario, if I had told my mother, I mean, had I done the same thing and I told my mother, She would be really pissed off, mainly because I didn't get her any. So, my mom's the pot smoking hippie. This was January 1st meant nothing to her.
You have to have her on the show sometime.
I will not even let her listen.
I do want to say one thing. I am not an advocate for pot smoking. I am an advocate for the medicinal use of it when it is warranted, not for the people who go and get fake medicinal licenses to be able to do it. I don't like this new law that it's legal in Nevada. I like that it's decriminalized, but I don't like that it is now available for everybody.
Why?
Well, I used to work in a pretty benign job, just retail or whatever, and I have encountered and dealt with people that were high all the time, including employees that didn't think anything of it. And most people, and I don't want to say all because I have an anecdote contrary to it, but most people are very lazy when they smoke weed.
Okay,
They don't do their job. They don't do anything. They're not alert. They're very self-involved.
But you're not supposed to smoke or drink
I
at
know.
work.
Here's the deal.
I know.
That's
So
not
what
going
is
to
the
change.
difference between somebody who goes out and has 2 or 3 beers at lunchtime or smokes a joint?
I think it needs to be as regulated as alcohol is.
And that is exactly what we're trying to do.
Trying to do, but we're not
Yeah.
there yet.
Well, yeah, we are.
Not quite.
Well, what is the difference? You can't drive while intoxicated. In fact, the rules of intoxication for weed is more stringent than alcohol. Because if you smoked a joint 3 days ago and you get pulled over, it's still in your system and you can get a ticket for that. Did you know that?
Thank goodness.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. and most pot smokers, like you say, are lazy, aren't going to get in their car and go driving down the street.
Yeah, it's not going to change because they legalized it for others.
There are a lot of things that I like about it, but I'm just not a fan of it. I stopped over 25 years ago for a lot of really good reasons.
And
to
I
me.
understand that.
Right.
And I feel the same way about alcohol.
But then-
alcohol should not be legal.
You're
but
absolutely
it
right.
is.
But then I usually don't drink a lot either. So
I
there
don't
you go.
either.
I'm about to cough on you, being so close. And somebody said for me to scoot more this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is closer to me. You're welcome to lean into me as much as you like.
The
So
problem is
what-
my mints are under the phone.
Do you need them?
No,
Oh.
I won't breathe my breath on you.
So what did you do for New? I know what you did for New Year's.
What did I do?
You went to BBW Las Vegas Club.
I did. I had
Lots of great pictures, by the way.
lots of great pictures. One of my friends came in, Big Cutie Eve, came in from California. And so that's where we ended up going. We met up with Desiree and, of course, Glitz. I don't know if you saw those photos. But I was the sober driver, so that part wasn't as much fun.
I thought you were going to Uber it or Lyft it.
No, because I ended up, she was staying way across town. Oh, no, I think I've told you this before. I will not Uber or Lyft on New Year's.
Oh, I did not know that.
Last year we were going to Uber at home, and the price was ridiculous.
That's right. I did hear that they were
And-
charging in the...
Yeah, and I refused to go in on it because I am kind of cheap. And by kind of, I mean a lot. And I was just going to sleep either in the bar or out in my car because we had driven my car there with the intention of Ubering it to my friend's house. And when she went and she got the prices, and I'm like, you can go, but I'm going to sleep here.
I was going to Uber it as well, so I could actually be a lot more drunk or toked, as it were, but I decided to drive as well, so...
I love that you use the term. Like, you're in it now.
I am.
You're
Well,
in the circle. You should have a handshake, a card, some type of identifying, something that identifies you amongst your friends. I don't know what. Sorry to interrupt, but I just saw something. The red vines are back.
Yes, I know. I've been counting how long it would take you to notice them.
You want to go over there right now, don't you?
So, what most people don't know is I love red vines.
And these aren't like the knockoff versions.
No, they're
these
real
are
red
actual
vines.
red vines.
And thank you. And Johnny Fever keeps red vines here in studio. And so every week as we leave, I go, I'm going to take a red vine, okay? Thank you. I'll share one with you. And so all of a sudden the red vines were gone and I was very distraught. And every week I'm going, hey Johnny, I don't see the red vines. What's happening with the red vines? The red vines are still empty.
You are very obsessed right now with the red vines. I think you've said it 15 times.
I probably.
I brought these in yesterday,
Okay.
and they're half gone.
Out of fairness, I did not see them until now, so that is not me. I can't help it. I have things that I enjoy, and when I enjoy them, I enjoy the fuck out of them.
I saw your post about tacos and spankings.
Oh, God. Yes. Again, when I enjoy things.
What was the
I
third
enjoy the
thing?
fuck out of
Someone
them.
mentioned the third thing. Cheese.
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 Yeah. See here, Tim, what do you guys call him? Slim Tim?
Slim Tim.
So Tim made a comment. I had another post about the other day about another holiday has gone by and I still didn't receive a dick in a box, which is from the video, which is the greatest video. So I shared it because I love that video. But he's commented several times like, have you gotten your dick in a box? Or even for New Year's, he said, I hope you finally get your dick in a box. So he said, I know what the third thing is on your list. And I knew he thought it was dick in a box, but it's cheese.
It's cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese goes great on tacos.
Cheese does go great on tacos.
Cheese goes great while you're spanking ass.
Cheese, it all goes together. Like, any of these can be interchangeable. I will eat a taco while you're smacking my ass. I will eat cheese while you're smacking my ass.
If your ass is hot enough, you could melt cheese on it.
Exactly! You get me.
I do.
You get me.
That's why we get to sit in close.
See? That's why we're very close with each other. Thank you. Someone gets me. So that's basically how it goes. It goes like tacos, smack my butt, cheese.
Then maybe dick in a box.
Yeah, but everything, comes after those. Those are my
It's got to be a pretty decent dick, though.
Right, of course. It
Yeah.
can't be gross.
Yeah.
Like dirty.
Dirty. Ugh. I saw that word this week, or the last couple days.
Dirty.
So I'm going to be thinking about smegma for the rest of the year.
Smegma?
Smegma. Because I saw the word in my timeline like twice. I'm like, what the hell?
That's not
Why?
like a sphygmomanometer, is it?
I just know what smegma is in the vernacular for shit on men's dicks. Cheese on men. It's
No!
a type of cheese.
No, that's the one place I draw the line on cheese. Do not ruin my cheese. Do not ruin my cheese.
But that's only uncircumcised.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Do not ruin my cheese.
I've seen plenty of uncircumcised penises that were beautiful once unsheathed. It's like a dick in a box, but it's a dick in a sheath. You pull the sheath down and it goes, whoa, like angels on high and hallelujah.
Oh, dick in a S-H-E-A-T-H.
S-H-E-A-T-H, yeah. So, how did your night go at BBW Club Las Vegas?
It was a lot of fun. Just hung out with my friends.
Lots of the
did our
regulars,
thing.
I see. Lots of the regulars
Yeah,
are there.
lots of the regulars. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a typical New Year's. So same old, nothing.
How many
too different.
years have you gone now to that event on New Year's?
Since they started having it, so 6 or 7.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So the last 3 years, I usually spend with my mom. I go to my mom's and we have some champagne and I take a picture and post it right after midnight. And this was like the first year in 3 years I have not done that. And I felt really out of place until someone laid down Daniel Radcliffe's Beautiful Asshole in Cards Against Humanity. And then I totally forgot about my mom after that.
Vendetta said...
Have you seen Swiss Army Man?
No.
Are you a Daniel Radcliffe fan?
No.
Oh.
Vendetta said Dick in a Box has always made me think of the movie Seven. And he's also in the medicinal category, and he says it helps.
My mom has an issue with her eye where her eye twitches like this all the time. And she usually gets shots of Botox for it. But I told her to go talk to her doctor about getting a medicinal card. Yeah. I think that would help her. Plus,
Yeah,
it'd
it
be
helps her
pretty
a lot.
awesome to see my mom stoned.
That would be pretty funny.
She's hilarious anyway, without any kind of inebriation whatsoever. Give her a Miller Lite and she's doubly funny. I can just imagine her on Miller Lite and weed.
Won't they counteract each other? Like, okay, so I'll share I have tried it before. And the very last time I did, when I drink Jaeger bombs, which have energy drinks. And even when I'm not drinking Jaeger bombs, I'm still drinking energy drinks, so I probably should calm my heart down a moment. But the time I did...
Isn't a racing heart keeping
in the
you
morning,
healthy?
Yeah, oh, does it? I
No.
will tell myself that all the time.
No?
No.
Isn't that the purpose of exercise, is to make your heart race?
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
exercising
it is.
without the sweat.
But not for a prolonged period of time. It puts a stress on your heart.
I feel it's like exercise in a can.
You can get the same exact effect by eating just a couple of spoonfuls of sugar.
Oh, sugar. A
Caffeine
lot
and
of
sugar.
makes me- Yeah.
That's all it is.
So I had, I'd already drank some of my drinks full of energy drinks, and I had it as an edible. And it didn't hit me, like nothing happened. So my friend that had given me part of an edible gave me the rest and said, here, just take the rest and, let me know when you feel something. And I did, and I'm like, I feel nothing. I feel the same as I did before. Like, this is crazy. I'm just going to go sit over there. And I sat by the entrance, and the next thing I know, I was drooling. And so I spent the entire time I was high with my eyes, like, closed, but I felt I could see everything. And drooling, and everybody was coming over to me to see if I'm okay. And, as I'm wiping the drool, like, that was it. I mean, I'm not even kidding. It was literally, like, down my body, down my chin. And so I feel the two counteract each other, because most people are normally kind of mellow from marijuana.
I felt very slow.
Yeah.
I don't do both. If I drink, I don't smoke. If I
Yeah,
smoke, I don't
like
drink.
I would think they would counteract each other, or at least
I never liked that combination.
when some people drink, like I know a lot of, I guess girls too, but a lot of guys when they drink, they just get really mellow, and I get really hyper when I drink.
It's so different for everyone.
Yeah.
I know someone, they start talking all the time. And then, of course, that anecdote that I have about the boyfriend, I would keep in weed because he cleaned the apartment from, like, ceiling to floor, including baseboards, and my dog got a bath, like, 3 times a week. So it affects everyone differently. It's crazy. I can't do anything. That's why I stopped so many years ago. I don't
But-
want to do anything.
I mean, the key is you only take 1 or 2 hits. You don't smoke your brains out.
That's true.
I mean, that's you just.
Have you known anybody to follow that key, though?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Did you smoke your brains out?
I don't think so.
No.
Did you have more than 2 hits?
Yes.
And were these hits off of a rolled item?
Yes.
A glass item? Or a vape item?
The first one.
Okay. So traditional.
That's what I said.
You're right. You did say I've been eyeing up the red vines.
I'm gonna
I
check
can't
her. Yeah, I'm
concentrate.
gonna check her purse later.
I would
See if
check
there's
her
any
purse.
edibles in there.
But that's the key. I mean, you just one or two hits and that's it. Don't people that sit down and smoke a whole joint, especially with the quality of the stuff that's out today. That's like sitting down and like, okay, I'm gonna drink 6 beers right now. What's the point of that? All you do is just all you want to do is just get a nice little buzz and chill.
And that's it. He's a chiller.
I guess most of the people I know tend to overdo things. They're overachievers, as it were.
Yeah, I know those people. Yeah.
So I will tell you something about New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. And anybody, if you're able to find this, I encourage you to do so because it's horrible. But while I was perfectly sober, Glitz and I, we always request Taylor Swift. I always get the DJ to play Taylor Swift.
That's right, you do.
It's my thing. And I love dancing to Taylor Swift. So this time we were like the last ones there. He played Taylor Swift. We danced. She was drunk. I was not. You couldn't tell the difference. But she Facebook Lived it. So if any of you know Glitz's real name, which I will not give, there's quite an enjoyable video on there. So
We can always see if she'll download it, send it to us, and we'll post it.
we cannot see if she'll do that. I am pretty sure it's a no. I look absolutely ridiculous.
I am so going there after the
I
show.
was playing it back after we're sitting there and laughing, and I'm going, I can't even deal with it. Like, I cannot.
So you believe
watch
in
this.
dance like there's nobody watching?
I do. I do, but normally I'm drunk, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The difference is in this case, I was dancing like nobody was watching, except everyone on Facebook Live. And at first I thought she was taking selfies. And when I realized, I was just being silly and we were like, miming to the camera and singing along really loudly so you can hear just how horrible my voice is. And I'm at one point, like, my bra's out, and I do this move, and you could, like, I didn't realize my bra's out, and then I'm like, what? You didn't tell me my bra's out? And
You didn't have a nip slip, did you?
no.
Oh. Damn.
But my bra was out. That was it. The boobs were firmly inside. When you are this small, there was no chance of those suckers slipping out. Like, they are in there. That's it. There was no nip slip happening. Like, they can't go anywhere.
They still look great, though. I have to tell you, from this angle and as close to you as I am, your cleavage looks really hot right now.
You're adjusting? As my friend would say, smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
That's right.
Nothing a good bra can't do.
Nip slip. Yes. So what did you do on the first? After you went home, recuperated, rewatched the video, you acted a fool?
Oh, it was bad. So my original plan was to work. My daughter was going to her dad's, and so I was just going to spend the day home alone and working. And the plans changed, and she decided to stay home. And so we played board games, and we watched a shit ton of, like, TV, which, we normally don't get to, like, sit and watch that much. We will a little bit, but I always fall asleep. So we watched a lot of TV, and we played games, and that was it.
That's very cool. What a great first day of the year for you.
It was. And I let her pick. I said, anything you want to eat, anything at all. And she picked carne asada fries. So,
Right up your alley.
Mom
Girl after
was
your
very
own heart.
happy.
Yeah.
Good thing she didn't pick tacos.
What did you do on the first, Johnny Fever?
I really don't remember. What day of the week was that?
Sunday.
Sunday.
2 days ago.
Oh, yeah. I think I binge watched some stuff and just kind of recovered from the weekend, and that's it.
Do you know what I've started?
I give up. What did you start?
Binge watching, you mean?
Yes. I have Amazon Prime. And I don't normally watch it. I normally watch Hulu and Netflix. So on Amazon Prime, I did a trial of HBO. And HBO has some really great shows on.
Oh, yeah.
Divorce with Sarah Jessica Parker. Great show. I watched that whole season. Vice Principals.
That is hilarious.
Hilarious.
I love that.
Hilarious. And it's so funny because we finished watching that on Sunday. I'm a very strict person when it comes to what my daughter watches on TV. She's just started to be allowed to watch PG-13 movies. However, halfway through this show, I'm like, this is ridiculously funny. And it's not, there's a couple little bits and pieces, but for the most part, it's not too like over the top. It's mainly language. So of course we start watching it and then they're like, I don't know, like I'm gonna dick slap you or something. Just stupid crud humor. And I'm like, oh, maybe I made a bad call here. But we watched so funny. So I love that one. And I think they set it up for a second,
Yeah.
if I recall.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
There'll be a second season.
And then I just started Ballers.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You can't go wrong. So,
I love The Rock.
I do too.
I watched last night. I got to see Rogue One.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, cool, huh?
I'm not going to do any spoilers today. Maybe in a couple weeks, because it's only like 2 weeks out or something like that. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
I
I
liked
liked
it.
it, yeah.
There were some things I did not like, but I'll discuss that another time. But I did get to watch Central Intelligence with The Rock and Kevin Hart. That I was surprised how funny that was.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed my ass off. It was hilarious. It was silly, but hilarious. Because The Rock was so fluffy.
Yeah,
He was so fluffy.
yeah. I have another good one for you on Netflix. OA.
I've
You
been
know-
hearing the virtues of that. I tried 2 episodes. I'm going to have
Stick
to
with it.
buckle down and...
Stick with it.
Well, isn't it sci-fi?
Not really.
All right.
Not
because
really.
Everybody's talking about it.
You don't
and
like
I read
sci-fi?
it. No.
What is wrong with you?
It's not. It's
Where have you been? That's my whole.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like, everybody likes the shit but me.
Do you like anything to do with vampires?
Just the Twilight ones.
Okay. How about
And
Not
the
even
Lost
True Blood?
Boys.
Not even True
and the
Blood?
Lost Boys? Okay. Do you consider that sci-fi or fantasy?
Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Then OA would be fantasy for you. Do you like angels? You like dead people?
I didn't even watch The Walking Dead until these guys got me into
We made
it.
her.
So I just like
held her
I like
down.
you held me down.
Yeah, I know.
Food
forced
on her
me.
neck.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's good. It's very good.
All right, I'll have to put
No,
that
you
on
don't have
there.
to. I'm just
No,
throwing it out.
Try
I
it.
mean,
Try
I'd
it.
like to.
Yeah.
So I'll put that on there.
Did you ever watch Black Mirror like we suggested?
No.
That's kind of
Why
sci-fi.
am I not writing these down?
That's okay.
I sit there and
the
go
only
over all
reason
the
that
ones
it's
we've talked
sci-fi
about.
is that it happens in the future.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason that it could be. I mean, it's more social comment than anything.
True.
Than what you would consider traditional sci-fi.
I said it was sci-fi.
There you go.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi-ish.
We can't really read.
It's sci-fi-ish.
Here, just so you know, but Jasper, hey. Emily, hi. Chris, I've smoked so
You
much.
can
in
read
my-
all that?
right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've smoked so much in my teen years and it didn't have an effect. Try it again, maybe with the.
I never would say that would have an effect like now. I was a smoking fool back in
You
high
were?
school. I used to hang out in the dugout of the baseball field, drinking Jack Daniels out of my cafeteria Coke and
Oh,
getting stoned.
I was a full-blown adult the first time I tried it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
was a party
literally
animal.
carried 10 pounds of weed back with me from Vietnam.
You win.
I know.
I have nothing.
And I'll tell you
in
what,
comparison.
the next 2 weeks in the state were the best of my life.
Weeks?
But it lasted almost 3.
Danielle said it was a classic. And then I'm not sure if she's talking about one of the shows
Probably.
or not. Vendetta, I only smoke a little bit, so the pain goes away, and then I go about my day.
See? There's a responsible medicinal user.
Okay. What do you want to talk about next?
Well, oh my goodness.
Lies.
I'm like, here's what I'd like to talk about. Sorry. So, I noticed on Facebook, you know the whole thing about the fake news stories that were
Yes.
put out?
That are still out there.
They're still
there's
out there.
tons
There
of
was
them.
one today that I believe you,
Thank
Johnny
you.
Fever,
That's what this is about.
posted about Ted
Nugent.
Nugent and him telling American Indians that they needed to get out of the country and go back to where they came from.
So my whole reason for bringing it up is that I wanted to discuss the fact that we should not perpetuate these fake news stories, in my belief, if we want it to end. So I came in, and the first thing I did was say, hey, Johnny Fever, I have something I want to bring up during the show. I'd like to know if you mind. So, take it away. Why the fake news stories?
Well, I'm starting a campaign of flooding the internet with as many fake news stories and lies about Donald Trump as I can figure out.
Why?
Because it worked for them. They lie their asses off and they don't get called on it. And if you had read the comment that I put under that picture, it was, if they can lie, so can we.
So you're an eye for an eye kind of guy.
No, I'm throwing it back in their faces. So anyway, that's my. I love. There's a few people on Facebook that I bait because.
So you're a Facebook baiter.
Yes, I am.
You're a baiter.
He's
Yes.
a troll.
I'm a master baiter.
Masturbator.
He's a master at baiting
Facebook
people on
baiter,
Facebook.
yeah.
Therefore, he's a Facebook masturbator. Hashtag Facebook masturbator.
And some of them, I mean, I can almost go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam! And so, I have to have some enjoyment in my old age. So when they
but
put
the-
me in the home, I'm going to be.
But there's a danger sometimes in doing that, though. I have a friend who loves to post those things from like Politico or Mother Jones.
That's
or
where it was from.
Yeah.
One of those, those very extreme wing news sites. And even after you put up there, hey, this is a false story. you should
But I
take
never
this-
do that.
No.
I let
know.
it stand.
A lot of people, and I'm not saying you, but a lot of people who post those stories from those sites actually truly believe those stories.
Oh,
and
yeah. But that's exactly my point.
But the danger therein, the commentary underneath this guy's one post, and I'm thinking of one in particular, where it was something about Muslims and hijabs and girls and schools or something like that, and all the other girls had to wear the hijabs because they were going to a mosque or something like that, which was completely untrue.
Yeah.
All the comments underneath were, right on, oh my God, I can't believe they made him do that, and our government sucks, or what. I'm like, oh my God, this isn't even a true
But
story.
it brings them out of the woodwork.
It does.
Okay, and did you see the post about
Do we
Megyn Kelly?
need to, we already know who these crazy people are now.
Yeah.
After this election, it's not like they need
But we
to wear
don't
a
want
flag.
to. We don't want to forget them. But you saw
Vendetta said-
the Megyn Kelly story, right? About her moving over to NBC.
Yes.
She's leaving
For
Fox.
2 shows on NBC, right?
Right. But my point is, all of the people that were blasting her for leaving, all the Fox News viewers talking about going to NBC because all they do is fake news, and it's like the pot calling the kettle black, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, people, what the fuck is the matter with you?
Hey, Vendetta said you're better than that, Mr. Fever. If you are both lying down, then you are just as low as them. Shame. He shamed you.
Shamed you.
Vendetta shamed you. You're the recipient of some.
You know what I have to say to her?
Him.
Him?
Yes.
Later, bitch.
Vendetta's going to come out. He has plans to come out for the bash. So that's going to be exciting. We get to meet him
So
in
we'll have
person.
to bring him on.
Yeah.
We'll have to go to the bash or something.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Okay. Maybe we can even have him guest host.
That would be, I
great?
think that would be awesome to have him on the air with us. He's done so much for us over the years. So,
You have to get my permission.
Vendetta is the guy who
You know he's welcome
created-
here anytime.
Yeah, who created
Yeah.
that little video piece
Right.
at the beginning of our videos.
I know. Awesome work.
Yeah.
Just, the guy does great work.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
So I have a few things down to kind of chat about. First, Bill and Hill are going to the inauguration,
How? How are they going to the inauguration?
and I saw
I-
it in the New York Post.
Were they?
so-
Are they?
I think they have to.
Why?
I think they have to because, as Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high.
Well,
And
I
it is
I don't even see why they were invited.
because it's
The-
former
it's
presidents.
traditional.
It's actually because of
It's
Bill.
traditional
Yeah.
for ex-presidents and their wives to go.
Carter won't be there. Wait, is he the one who's dead?
He's not dead yet.
No,
Okay, so he
no,
might-
no,
he
no.
won't be back.
It's old Bush isn't going because he's too
But
old.
Carter's not going. I saw that as well in the article.
He's not, or he is
He is
going.
not. I'll double check, but
I
I thought
think
I saw
he
in
is
the article
going.
it said he was not, and the other George wasn't, but George W. and Laura Bush are going.
Well,
I
and
can't look on
it
my
was my
phone.
understanding, or the article that I read said that what's her name? His wife, Malenka,
Melania.
Yes.
Melania. She's has refused to attend as well.
Trump's wife has refused to attend the inauguration.
Yep.
Why?
Well, because Trump had,
This is a
had
fake news
basically
story.
said that his daughter was going to be taking on the duties of First Lady.
That's true.
So his wife got pissed and said she's not going.
Are you? Are you faking us out?
He probably is, but I do believe Ivanka is assuming some of what traditionally would fall under First Lady type duties.
being
Well,
an ass.
that's what
I know, but
what
I'm
he
telling you
said.
that
Yeah.
part- that
Yeah.
part is
That part's
happening.
true. And see,
Yeah.
that's what you have to do. You have to throw in just enough truth to make all the other bullshit seem like, oh, well, you know what I mean?
So the people who
If
share
you can't
I
dazzle
can't
them with
spell
brilliance,
inaug-
baffle them with bullshit.
I can't spell inauguration.
INAU.
Sorry, guys. INAU.
INAU.
INOGERATION.
I typed it again the exact way I already spelled it. It just didn't look right. Sorry.
All right, what else you got down here?
I posted on our Sin City page about first, anyone who knows me knows which host.
Oh,
is
that's
the
right.
Wrestling one. is
Between the
into
two of
wrestling.
us, who likes wrestling?
Old school. Not
Yeah.
that I don't watch it anymore.
I have lots of friends who love they know that it's fake, but they love wrestling.
Well,
Don't give me that.
Back
It's
up.
not all fake.
back up. Turn it around. Wrestling is not fake. The maneuvers are real. The
It's
injuries are real.
choreographed.
It is choreographed, and the outcome
And
is
scripted.
planned. Yes, it is
correct.
scripted. They are still athletes. They are still athletes who have to train on a regular basis.
It's soap opera athletics.
They are athletes who have to fine tune their machine and their art. They are athletes who not only have to have a physical ability to compete, but a personality to be able to portray a persona.
You don't have. You're not
They're-
gonna
Captivate
You're
They're
never
actors.
gonna sell me on
An
this.
audience.
You're never gonna sell me.
They
on
are real athletes in an event in which the outcome is scripted.
this. You are a huge
And
fan.
their moves are choreographed. Do not make me throw down with the whole wrestling is fake.
She gonna hit you with a chair.
I think
I am
so.
going to show you. I am going to like put you in a Boston crab, like right here on this floor, and it is gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
Next week, here,
Could that
in
be
the
turned
ring.
into a sexual position?
You sit on somebody's back, like behind their butt, and you pull their legs up like this.
Oh yeah,
so
that could totally be
maybe.
sexual. Yeah.
My brother did it to me once and pulled out my back. It was completely not sexual. in
Okay,
that
so tell us the story of your fabulous wrestler.
So, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. He's a phenomenal, like, old school wrestler. He had, that what was it? Did you watch it, Jimmy Superfly, The Splash? When his finish.
I don't watch that
finishing
shit.
moves.
It's all fake.
Are you kidding?
So his finishing move is,
It's
does
like
he
a
get up on the
splash.
ropes and then
Right,
he jumps
right.
down
It's a
and
splash.
it's called a splash?
So, they
Not a
believe-
splat, a splash.
Like I'll have to look. I believe it's can someone tell me? That's so funny. Carter is going. He read it, so I was wrong.
I know.
Thank you. And he read it on NPR. And he said, it sounds like I want some John Cena dick in a box. So John Cena's all right. He's newer. He's
She
younger.
has mentioned no less than 5 different wrestlers that she would do like right now.
True. Absolute truth.
When she found out that there was a wrestler here at the station sitting in one of these chairs, she practically licked all the chairs.
I
Just
did
saying.
like all the
He,
chairs.
he
She
was
went to
actually
bathroom
sitting in
at
the
one
chair
point.
that you are sitting in.
I don't know what to say right now. I'm on air.
Anyway, so what happened with this wrestler?
So, I'm having a moment with this chair. What are you doing?
Stop moving! Oh. Oh crap, we're almost out of time.
Are we disinfecting the chair now?
Who's gonna disinfect the chair?
So 30 years ago, he was suspected of murdering his girlfriend. And he did not get charged with it. They said that she had a head injury from a fall. They believed he beat her.
Like from a wrestling move?
Possibly. He never got charged. He wrote a book, an autobiography, and he published it just a couple years ago. And based on some of the things that he said in this autobiography, they reopened the case and charged him with murder. I believe they might have charged him with manslaughter, one of them. But he was just found today. He was found mentally incompetent to
Stand trial.
stand trial.
Wow. How do you feel about that?
I don't have feelings one way or the other. I mean, if he committed a crime, then he absolutely should, be prosecuted for it. Both. But in this case, I do believe, I fully believe, and the judge said, there's no way he's competent. He's 73 years old. Wrestlers are notorious for head injuries. What was it? The trauma that football players
brain
get to,
traumas,
brain
yeah.
traumas. So the fact that he's
Concussions.
concussions over the years. So the fact that he's 73, he thought he was 80. He just. It's pretty believable that he wouldn't be competent to take the stand. So.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I wasn't involved.
Oh. Then why are we spending 5 minutes talking about
Because
some
it's
fake
a
ass
current
wrestler
news
dude?
It is not fake. It is not fake. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, it is not fake.
And where did you get this news story? Did you check your source?
Politico. Actually, the one I shared was off of New York Post, so not page 6 either. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, I don't know what to say about him. So, but we do have predictions, and I had CNN predict manslaughter. Thank you, Chris. I thought it was manslaughter. I had CNN predictions, but they're on my phone, which is being utilized right now.
Well, there's an actual site called worldpredictions.org.
Oh, let's see.
And on page 1, because they have a page 1, and I think they're going to be coming out with a page 2, but they have some predictions for 2017. Okay? So, let's see. NASA, President Trump will tell NASA to go back to the moon. I don't see that happening.
Huh.
What
Look at
about
the first
Mars?
one.
Yeah.
Fuck the moon. We've been
1
there.
million jobs to be created or saved.
In the year 2017 by President Trump, an explosion in or near the Trump Tower is seen, but no injuries.
Oh, that's too bad.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Russian President Putin will be invited to the White House and to speak before Congress.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I thought
like the
he
next
was going to be
Secretary of State?
No. He was going to be administering the oath.
2017 will be remembered for a historic expansion in the definition of free speech as the Supreme Court rules that some cursing should be allowed in public media as free speech.
Wait, really quick. I know you're kind of skipping through. But this is at least 2 people will be fired or resign from the Trump cabinet staff in the first half of the year. Do you think he could be one of them?
No, because he's the knob on the cabinet door.
Oh.
Pet funeral homes will become the rage, and some will be as expensive as regular human funerals.
I can see that.
The new face on the $20 bill will be Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King.
Wait, together?
Hold on. The new faces on the $20 bills with Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King on the $5 bills will be rejected by many people in protest over the removal of Andrew Jackson's image as America shifts away from the politically correct culture in 2017. So that's been talked about already.
Right.
Harriet
so
Tubman.
Anybody who wants to protest that can send me their 5s and 20s here at the station, 240
Right?
North Tenaya. And we will certainly mention your name on the air.
Send me all your 20s. We'll mention you.
If you send me a
let's see.
20, I'll name your kids too.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel will eventually be forced out of office due to the frustration over the immigration of Syrian Muslims into her country. I don't know, they kind of like her there.
Yeah, they do.
Microchipping through the use of nanosensors of U.S. soldiers will begin to track and treat military employees and streamline record keeping. What do you think of that? As a former military man.
I don't see that happening. Steve Sanson won't let that happen.
A scientific discovery will be found that plants communicate through a hierarchy where older and more healthy plants relay information to new or unhealthy species through their roots and ground organisms.
Right, I have read that about trees. Seriously.
M. Night Shyamalan has taken over this list.
Yeah.
Which I love that movie, by the way. The Happening by M. Night Shyamalan. I like M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, God.
Do you
who
have
wrote
any?
this?
Go ahead, read one.
Jeez.
Yeah, make it fast because I'm going home soon.
Yeah, we're over time.
An initiative to reintroduce cursive writing back in our schools will begin soon, as the art of writing is being lost due to the technical revolution of computers and phones limits its use. I didn't know that was taken out.
Cursive writing is not being taught in most public schools anymore.
Right.
I don't see that changing, though.
Really?
I think arts altogether are in huge danger this year. The arts in schools altogether.
Yeah, but
'Cause
writing,
they have been.
writing is not an art. And look at how many historical documents will you not be able to read?
True. I mean, my daughter learned cursive, but she didn't go to public school.
I'll tell
I don't
you,
know when
as
they
a
stopped.
person who works on the computer a lot, don't write shit for me. You email that mother, text it,
Yep.
whatever.
Text it.
Because I cannot read most people's handwriting. Now, I'm a calligrapher. I write for a living. I make money by doing fancy writing. I did get a bunch of my Christmas cards kicked back because I guess the post office could not read my writing, but
No,
yeah,
you
my
need to put
writing's-
stamps on them.
I did that.
Oh.
I write in a combination of cursive and print,
Yeah.
so it's all over the place.
Yours is actually very good.
This other one, the administration of President Donald Trump will be the most aggressive, business-minded, and successful forward-thinking economic government in the past 70 years.
I'm sorry, Sierra. Robots used as sex mates will be banned in some states and countries by the end of 2018 or illegal without a doctor's prescription.
But you can still get it with a doctor's prescription.
What would you have to claim to be able to have a sex robot?
My vagina's lonely.
All my dates want the money up front anyway, so
The inside of my vagina itches all the time, and I just need
I
something
need the
up
robot
there.
to relieve it.
Oh my god!
Wait, are there really? I mean, I've seen the
Wait,
sex
wait, wait, wait.
dolls.
Big Pharma will jump on that big time. Seriously.
True.
Because all you have to do is go to your doctor, get a prescription for Viagra or Cialis or any of the other shit, and that's reason enough for you to get a doctor's prescription for the sex robot.
So that means this $700 sex robot will then you'll be charged $99,000.
Well,
Once
if
they
you
get their
can get a
hands on it.
$700 sex robot,
I know.
please let me know.
I do believe there was the unveiling.
There's
in
about they're about $8,000 for
the
a cheap
last
one.
in the last month of 2016. There was an unveiling of an actual sex robot.
Yeah.
It's very crude, rudimentary. It's
No,
not.
I thought you meant crude at first, as far as like it'll be like, hey, bitch.
It is not the sex
I'm gonna
doll.
fuck you.
It is not. You know that famous
Okay.
sex doll that
Yes.
you have to actually pose and it's just kind of rubber and just lays there. It's not. It's not a robot that looks like that yet.
I dated
Okay.
her once, yeah.
So, one of the industries that drives technology is the porn industry. So I see that probably coming to fruition. I don't know about the
Literally.
whole. Yeah. CUMMING, right? I don't know about the whole banning, but you never know. You never know.
Oh, they're censoring everything. I want there to be my censor is lonely shirts. Why is
My
censor
vagina is
censored?
lonely. My
Oh,
vagina is
vagina.
lonely.
My vagina is lonely. Yeah.
My vagina itches. Where's my sex robot?
Because it wouldn't. It kept censoring it.
Next week we are going to have the Mahal brothers in. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We'll be back with you, Johnny Fever. Thank you so much for all your input today. Please stop with the fake news. Because that's almost as bad as the wrestlers. This is Alexia.
Toxie.
And we will see you next week if you're brave enough.
Later, bitches.